Hi, okay, so today we're going to be going over active versus passive voice, how and when to use each of them, how to spot the difference, and how to correct any mistakes that you made. I have my audience with me. Really quick, flip. Okay, there we go. Okay, so a little bit about me. My name is Melody Johnson. I'm a communications major. I work at a high school as a paraprofessional. I'm a mom of two, and I am Jessica Simpson's biggest fan. This will come into play later. Okay, so the differences between the two. Active voice is going to have the subject acting on the verb, and it's going to give you a clear and direct message, and it's going to be easiest for the reader to understand. Passive voice is going to be where the subject is acted upon the verb. It usually creates a really wordy sentence. Most of the time it's run-on sentences, and it kind of sounds like past tense. Okay, so an active voice, the crew paved the entire stretch of highway. Simple, straightforward. Passive voice, the entire stretch of highway was paved by the crew. So speaking out loud, you can kind of understand what that means, but if you're glancing over someone's writing, that's kind of one of those, I might have to circle back and read that sentence over again. So, about Jessica Simpson. This was a mistake that I had made in my paper. The original, a little awkward, doesn't feel like my story to tell on camera, but sexually assaulted by an older child for years before finally gaining her voice to speak up about it. Jessica's innocence was altered before entering her teens. So there are a couple ways to correct it. I'll show you the easiest way, and then I'll show you the most effective way. Jessica was sexually assaulted by an older child for years before finally gaining her voice to speak up about it, comma, and because of that, her innocence was altered before entering her teens. So this is still kind of wordy, and not every fix is the best fix. So although this is better, it would pretty much be better to just end that sentence and make a new sentence at that point. So in turn, her innocence was altered before becoming 18. This is a little bit more lighthearted, but I wanted to see if you guys could spot the difference in which one is active and which one is passive. So, a tell-all memoir was released in 2020 by Simpson herself, including some of the journaling she's been doing since 1999, versus Simpson released a tell-all memoir in 2020 that includes some of the journaling she's been doing since 1999. So does anybody have an idea which one is active and which one is passive?
The one on the right is
yes,
active.
The one on the right. Thank you. Yes. So this one's less wordy and it's just more direct. This one, you're circling back thinking, okay. Okay, so when to write in passive voice. The best way that I would describe it is when you're trying to avoid a confrontation with your boss or something. For example, your boss doesn't cut your check at the end of the week and you're writing an email. It could sound a little aggressive to say, you forgot to write my check, or you forgot to send me my check, so hey, I did not receive my check. This is one of the only times when you need to use passive voice. That's about it. Just because sometimes it seems like it sounds fancier on paper, that's not always a good thing. Not a lot of people can read fancy stuff. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I have for active and passive voice. So I hope that helped everybody. I know that wasn't